Gamespeak podcast. Go! Yo, and hello and welcome to the 271st episode of Gamespeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GamespeakPodcast, youtube.com/CreateForSanity, and facebook.com/group/GamespeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Also, be sure to join the community in the Gamespeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GamespeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. This show is two childhood BFFs and a brand new BFF, bringing you all things video games. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent, Bucky Bass.
Oh, yeah, Bucky. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but, you know, it works.
I like it.
It's got a B in it.
Yeah. We've also got Devin, Don't Touch That Dial Player Mayor.
Ooh,
over here.
I like that
you
one.
know?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good,
Thanks.
good little
Yeah.
ramen in there.
You know.
What is that?
What is what?
What is what?
Am I seeing, like, the...
What?
Jamel's just seeing, like, dead people in the room. Like,
you know,
Oh,
see
okay,
that
I'm
person?
sorry.
it's like a little girl just, like...
Y'all don't see that? I just start bugging out, like... Goodness gracious.
Welcome to...
I was across the country earlier today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Earlier today. Why
Yeah.
Across
earlier
the
today?
country?
Earlier today, yeah.
What'd you do?
Just I was up in Ohio, in
Wow.
the great flat land of Ohio.
What fuck?
The
Just
land of...
visiting family and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ohio is the land of lovers, according to...
Ohio's for lovers.
Yeah. It's
That's what
like...
they
It's
say.
that is what one band in, like, 2006 said. So it must be true.
Yeah.
Because I base everything in my life off
I mean,
of, like,
that's what
emo
everybody
bands.
says now is
Yeah.
because of that one song, Ohio's for lovers.
Yeah. Did you fall in love?
A long time ago in Ohio. No.
What were you doing in Ohio?
No, I was visiting family. My parents are up there with their camper, visiting my grandmother on my mom's side.
Nice.
So we've got my uncles up there. So, dude, the weather, holy shit, it was so nice up there because it was in like far northwest Ohio by like right under Detroit. So it was a cool like. At the hottest, I think it got to like 82 degrees during the day. And it was like low humidity. And then this morning when I woke up, it was a cool like 70 degrees and clear skies. And I was like, fuck, I got to go back to Texas where it's like a living hell right now.
Yeah, you hop off the plane and it feels like you're swimming.
Dude, as soon as we
It's
got
like-
off, we felt the heat. Me and my brother and his girlfriend, we felt the heat and we were like, just a big like sigh, just like let out all at once. We're like, "Fuck."
Man,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry
sad.
I
I love
have to
Tex-
come back.
No,
Yeah.
I love Texas, and this is the only time I've been sad because of just coming back to the extreme heat. I love
Climate
Texas
change,
otherwise.
dude.
Yeah, that's honestly the worst part about it. Well, one of the worst things about Texas. Like, top 3 worst
Fucking
things.
summer heat.
What are the other two worst things about Texas?
Jamel?
The
is
fact that
sun-
weed
Yeah.
isn't legal probably is one of the things that sucks about Texas.
Yeah, that is very
And the
unfortunate.
heat. I think those are probably the 2 worst things about Texas. Everything else is pretty great.
The
you know?
heat and the drought, the weed drought. And then
Dude,
but-
Texas is catching on fire though, man. We need
Literally.
some rain. Yeah, we need some rain. But yeah, so I've literally got back at like 3 today, so it's it's only an hour ahead, so it's not that much of a transition. But it just feels weird being on literally the other side of the country and then coming back to Houston and just being just that much distance traveled, and I'm here.
Yeah, that's crazy that you did that whole trip. How long was the flight?
Oh, it's only like 3 hours.
3 hours?
Quick,
That's not
yeah.
bad.
But,
Still.
But yeah, I went to this little island in the Great Lakes that's like a little town that's only accessible by boat. and people go there to get fucked up. There's a bunch of bars, basically.
Oh, that's fun.
It's pretty neat. It's basically like the reverse Galveston, if you think about it. Like
Oh, where it's fun? No, I'm just kidding.
Where it's
No,
fun.
I'm just kidding. I think I've just been to Galveston so much in my life that like it's not exciting anymore. Something about it's not terrible. Like I enjoy Galveston, I guess. Like there's just no hype behind it anymore. You know, when I was a kid, I was like, hell yeah, we're going to the beach.
Going to
But
the
then
beach.
it's like
yeah.
after you go to like that beach specifically like 400 times, and then you go to like the spot, you know, burger, and then you go to the Strand like 17 million times, you're just like, all right.
Maybe you just need to switch your routine up when you go to Galveston, you know?
I bet it's
Go
like
to a different beach. Go to a different burger place, you know? Go to a different...
I love Galveston for what it is.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
It's a go and fuck off kind of island. Like
Yeah.
you fuck off time. Like
yeah, for sure. But, you know, like if I could, like it'd be dope to have like the Florida Keys right there. You know what I'm saying?
You're asking for an awful
Yeah.
lot there.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah, I'll take the white sandy beaches, you know what I'm saying? I don't want like the Galveston like mud, you know what I'm saying?
Look, the sand isn't the problem in Galveston, okay? The sand is fine. It's the fucking...
Gulf.
It's the water.
Yeah, it's the
And
Gulf.
if you really want nicer beaches, just drive like 2 or 3 more hours and go to Padre Island. You know what I mean? Like I know it's
True.
You know,
True, you're right. I could do that.
you
Port
could
of-
do that.
Port
Yeah.
of Houston be letting some nasty water out.
Yeah, they do that. I don't know why.
It's true. I actually went to Galveston this week. That leads. Well, this is a good segue into what I did.
Tell us about it.
I went to Galveston.
Did you go to the
So I
spot?
went to
Yeah.
Did you go to the spot, dude?
I did not go to the spot.
Oh, dude.
I rode the ferry to Crystal Beach and we played around out there.
Okay,
Oh,
so
nice.
Crystal Beach is dope though. Like, so I do like the ferry and everything. I
Yeah.
forgot about the ferry.
I'll be having fun on the ferry.
I rode the ferry once.
Did you get
and-
attacked by seagulls?
No. I remember. All I
The
remember about
seagulls
it
were
was
not nearly as aggressive as I wanted them to be. We used to like stand there.
as you wanted them to be.
Well, yeah, I brought Cheetos specifically to feed the seagulls because they usually you throw like a cracker out and they all go ape shit.
Yeah.
You just have like a
Yeah.
swarm like floating in front of your face, like looking you dead in the eyes, like where's my cracker?
There's
You know
like
what I mean?
signs that are like, do not fucking feed
Well,
these
dude, at the
seagulls.
fucking okay,
Brent's
so
a
I was a
criminal.
little worried about that, but then they did the announcement. They're like, please turn off your vehicle, and they're like, if you're gonna feed the seagulls, do it off the back of the boat. And I was like, all right, well that's my cue, you know. Like I guess like you're not gonna just put that in the announcement.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
No,
and, they,
yeah,
and they didn't show.
no.
Well, no, there was a
Damn.
couple takers, but they just weren't as like enthusiastic. I guess people have been feeding the seagulls all day.
They're just
you
like
know?
fat and healthy. Like they don't need your fries.
It's
They-
so disappointing.
they-
You know, I was like, I went to the dollar store and got Cheetos. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I brought dollar store Cheetos and they weren't feeling that. You
Damn,
know,
what's
they were
that?
too good for my Cheetos.
Yeah,
Fucking-
they're like, oh, we were hoping for beaver nuggets,
Yeah.
bro.
I was a little disappointed, but you know,
Galveston's got the world's first like picky seagulls.
that's what
like-
I'm saying. They're so fat out there. They can be picky.
Dude, the seagulls up at the Great Lakes are huge. Like they're
Really?
significantly bigger than the ones we have down in Galveston.
Damn.
That was one thing. Like these motherfuckers are as big as like red-tailed hawks. Like they were sitting on top of
You're
like.
saying other birds I don't know.
Well, I was trying to.
I
there's-
only know
there's
seagulls.
hawks everywhere here. So like, okay, the Galveston seagulls, the seagulls that we were seeing up there were like twice as big.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I know like 3 birds. There's seagulls, there's eagles, and then there's
Seagulls
like
and eagles.
those. There's like
Blue Jays.
blue jays. Yeah, and like cardinals.
Yeah.
That's
There
it.
you go.
Those are the only birds that
Hey,
exist.
that was 4.
Thank
Well,
you. I've been
well-
Better
working on
than
it.
he expected.
Well, it's
yeah.
more like a genus and like 3 other species, but or two like.
Now you're saying words I
subspecies.
don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
We ain't
But-
bird watchers, okay, Devin?
My little brother was a bird watcher for a while. Like there was like a time where he would like call me and be like, "Dude, there's like bald eagles over off of this parking garage. Like if you go check it out." I'm like,
I can just see your little brother
Yeah.
like skateboarding to the top of the
He
highest
was, dude.
redwood tree to fucking like check for eagle eggs and like fucking get his binoculars. Like,
I was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna drive all the way over there to see some bald eagles."
Was it in the
Like, it was in
woodlands?
the woodlands.
Yeah. There.
But I
by
but
Hughes Landing.
yeah, he was very enthusiastic about these eagles. He would like stalk them, dude. Like in a healthy way. Like, you know.
Dude, there's lots of people that the
Bird
buildings,
watch.
the businesses around there have had to like block off a bunch of areas because these photographers just go there and
To
like
take
they try to
pictures?
get into the buildings and stuff too. Apparently,
Oh wow.
yeah.
They're just like breaking locks and shit. Like,
I don't know. If it's
there's
spoiler.
probably some kind of like that's like the beginning of like a scary movie.
They just like
Extreme-
storm your house with guns and ski masks. Like, we're
extreme
taking
bird
pictures of
watching.
bald eagles today.
You could have just asked, bro. No, we
Shut the fuck up.
they just get pistol whipped. But yeah, so
What'd you do, Jamel?
well, I started watching. Well, like I'm getting ready for the move. Like y'all can't see it in the video, but like we got shit all packed up. so
Boxes everywhere.
by the end of August, we gonna be up in the new studio. It's
Ooh.
gonna be nice.
Reboot.
But yeah, with the good camera, not this webcam trash. Also, I started watching Band of Brothers. I've never seen it.
Oh, classic, dude. One of the best war things, I feel like, personally.
I don't know why or what's kept me from watching it this long. Like I honestly,
It's kind of a commitment. I mean, you know.
it's a mini series. Yeah. Like I thought it just looked too much like Saving Private Ryan that I was just like, I've already.
That's why I watched it. Because I
Really?
was obsessed with Saving Private Ryan as a kid. So I was like, I needed more of that, but without watching Saving Private Ryan for like the 100th time. So
What did it come out on initially? Was it HBO?
it was on one of those TV channels.
No, it
I
wasn't
think it was like
HBO.
AMC or something. It was like
Yeah.
it was something,
Something-
like
yeah,
that.
something like
you
that,
know,
It had to be HBO, bro. Their legs are getting blown off and shit. Like that's the only like network that I know would allow that, unless they were censoring it.
Hold on.
Like
I
because
gotcha.
like there's got to be a reason why I didn't know. I honestly didn't know Band of Brothers existed until like 2010.
Who directed Band of Brothers? It was somebody like it was like a notable director, right? Like
Hold on, I'm looking it
Yeah,
up.
oh,
like Steven Spielberg or something like that. Like
Didn't know Steven Spielberg did Saving Private Ryan, right?
maybe he might have did both of them. I don't know.
Maybe that was the case. Devin.
It was Steven Spielberg.
Okay.
Yeah, created by Spielberg. HBO.
HBO,
Yep.
yeah.
Episodes first aired on HBO.
That's all I was about to say. And that's another reason why I didn't know it existed as a kid, because I didn't have HBO.
Right?
So like I thought it was a new thing. Like I thought it came out in like 2010. And then I saw on
No,
HBO Go,
2001.
yeah, 2001. I was like, "Holy shit. Like this is old. Like I thought
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a newer thing." But
I remember everybody was getting. This is one of the first like DVD box sets that I saw everybody getting.
Oh,
I do remember it at Hastings, like, but that's what I thought. 2010. I thought I was seeing it back then.
So
but
another
that's
fun
good.
fact about it: it aired 2 days before 9/11 happened.
Oh wow!
Yeah, crazy shit.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I got a new job, a new IT job.
Oh yeah.
Moving on
congrats.
up.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I mean, it might not be. It's gonna be more, technical support, help desk stuff, but it'll actually be IT stuff. I won't be like talking about, fucking security systems all day.
Have you tried turning it off and back
Yep.
on?
It's gonna be probably a lot of that, or like, other dumb shit. Like, have you tried, like plugging it into a different USB port? I think.
What's a USB?
No,
It's just a deep sigh.
It's like, oh yeah, dude.
I can't wait to hear the stories that come from this. Like, there's
You-
got to be some good moments.
You'd be surprised. There was like a lady today. I was trying to help her connect. This is at ADT, but I had to help her connect her Wi-Fi to a camera, and I was like, "Okay, put me on speakerphone." She's like, "How do I get back to where I can put you on speakerphone?" I'm like, "Do you have an iPhone or an Android?" And she's like, I think it's an iPhone, and I'm like, "Okay,
She thinks it's an iPhone.
yeah." I was like, up
Oh,
at the
no.
top. I
Okay.
was like, "Look at the top. Do you see a green little bubble behind the time?" And she's like, "I see green on the clock." I'm like, "Okay, press it." And she like pressed it. She's like, "Oh my gosh, like it brought it up." I'm like, she's like, "Oh my, I've learned so much today."
Oh, you
I'm
probably
like,
changed her whole life. She's gonna
Yeah.
be using speakerphone all
for
the time
everything,
now,
just
yeah.
so she can like show her like grandkids, like, "Oh, you want to know how to get a speakerphone, do you?" But like, it's like, it's so funny to know. There's like so many people that don't even know how to fucking turn on speakerphone on your iPhone. It like the iPhone is the most like human friendly phone possible.
Simplest UI.
Yeah, it's like point and touch. Like that's it. You're doing it. But there's so many people that just don't get it. But anyways, that and then that's about it. I don't think I did anything else. Oh, I got my new monitor. Got my new dope computer monitor.
Oh yeah, the 1440p club
Oh
over
yeah,
here.
dude. I'm finally gonna not use a TV with my computer. So like I'll have a mouse and keyboard so I can feel like a real gamer nerd, you know?
You can use the mouse
Clickety-clack.
and keyboard with the TV if you wanted to, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, you could, but I don't have a desk like in front of my TV.
Oh,
You know, so
okay.
like I would have to sit on my lap and
So what I have for that is like I have a normal mouse and keyboard in front of my like computer monitors, but then I also have a wireless mouse and keyboard that I keep like tucked under my like, you know, where I have my TV. So if I want to
For when you're
switch to the
lounging?
TV, I can like just pull out the little, you know, wireless mouse and keyboard.
I like to imagine that's how you actually use your keyboard. You're just
It is, unfortunately.
like you're
It's
just
a
like
very small it's a very small
Yeah,
keyboard.
You gotta have like the
And it's
long
got, like,
nail points.
It's got like one of those like track pads like a laptop, so you don't need an actual like mouse, so you can just like sit on your bed with it and like do the track pad like it's a laptop, you know what I mean?
I've been meaning to get one of those. Just
It's
so I
only
can-
like $20 on Amazon.
yeah,
It was definitely
like a
worth
little
it.
Logitech something.
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
Yo, Brian, we're going to Pluckers, son. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you. But yeah, he posted in the thing. We gotta go to Pluckers to celebrate my computer upgrade. So
I don't even know what Pluckers is.
it's a
but I'm
wings
down.
restaurant. Like it's like a bar,
It's
like
a
a
really good
sports
wings.
bar, but
Oh,
really good wings.
Hell
Like,
yeah, son. Let's do it.
talking thick. Like you get so much meat on the bone, bro. No.
Damn.
But yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's all
Sounded
true.
suggestive.
Mm. Wait, what? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
I know it's on Brent's man.
yeah, meat on the bone.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Okay. Yo.
So wait. Okay.
What?
This is kind of news since we're kind of like leaning towards the news segment right now, but it's not
I-
really like video game news. Did you guys see all this crazy like Marvel shit that got dropped?
Yeah, it seemed like all of SDCC was just Marvel, or anything that I've seen come out of it has been a fuck ton of
Comic-Con
Marvel stuff.
stuff.
Bro,
yeah.
Marvel was going kind of crazy dropping everything, man.
Yeah,
like
they outlined like the whole next two phases.
Yeah, I didn't like write down all the stuff from the next phase, but they got like the new Blade movie and like
Mhm.
they're
Yeah,
doing a reboot.
Blade's coming pretty quick, I think, actually.
Yeah, and they're doing a reboot of the old X-Men show, which is kind of exciting to me. Like,
Yeah, and they're calling it. It's like the old
X-Men
animated series.
97, I
Yeah,
think is what-
97. So
like the animated series.
it's
Yeah.
like picking up where the old animated series left off.
So are they?
Bro, I
gonna
don't remember
use,
that
like,
shit. Like, how you gonna pick up where like a kids' cartoon in '97 left off?
Well, I mean, you can go back and watch it on Disney Plus.
That's like
yeah.
the only X-Men I actually remember. Like that's what like I was watching. You know what I mean? Paranormal Games.
What's up, Paranormal?
What'd he say?
He says, "Yo,
Yo,
squad,
squad."
long time. Glad to see you guys are still going."
Hey man, Paranormal, we're actually about to reboot. We're gonna have a different
Reboot?
channel soon, and then like we're gonna have like a studio set up, so it'll be nice. We'll have good camera and everything. Probably like at the end of this upcoming month, at the end of August. So make sure you go to our other channel. That's what we're gonna end up doing, and I'll
Yeah.
when we do that, I will hopefully be able to send out some kind of
We'll redirect
thing.
everybody
Yeah.
somehow. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's good to see you too, Paranormal. But yeah, so the old X-Men is the old X-Men is the only one I knew as well. But I don't remember that shit. Like I don't remember the stories.
Do you think they're gonna
I
have,
don't
like-
think it's gonna really matter. I mean,
Do you think it'll be updated animation, or are they gonna
yeah.
stick to the
so
old school?
they have the old school style, but it's gonna be like with
Better
the-
Cleaner.
animation.
yeah, cleaner. You know.
Yeah.
Won't look like Scooby Doo. Like
They also announced a new Daredevil show with Charlie Cox or whatever, and then there's like a new animated SpiderMan show.
when you say Charlie Cox, you mean the guy that was in the Netflix Daredevil?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're gonna do that Sandman show with Neil Gaiman or whatever. It's they have so much shit going down. It's pretty crazy. So if you're like a comic book nerd, definitely check all that out. Like I said, I didn't put any of this in my actual news because most of it's not video game related, but. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of nerdy, interesting comic book shit going on.
Y'all are the ones that are into that shit. That should be like a thing that we do on the new channels. Have you guys just kind of like
Nerd out
react
about
to the new Marvel shit? Like I don't.
See, I
care.
don't really watch it that much, but there are a few that I'd be interested. Like X-Men, I'm interested in. Spider-Man, I'm interested in. You know
I try
what I mean?
to keep up with it because I love the MCU, but it's
a lot.
it's becoming a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I respect. I'm glad they're not just like, taking
Staying
over
simple.
Marvel and just not doing anything with it. You know what I mean?
I'm
But-
just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm glad they're doing stuff with it, but it's just not my cup of tea. I like the old Sony stuff a lot more for some reason. Like, I know that sounds shitty, but I like Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I like
Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
I like Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I
the
like
Sony one was the one with Andrew Garfield. Yeah.
That was so was the original one. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were both Sony.
They were both owned by
yeah,
Sony.
yeah, because Spider-Man's been a Sony IP for a long
Oh,
time.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That I like that. I like the old X-Men movies.
I thought that
Bryan
they
Singer
made
ones.
the Andrew Garfield ones because Sony bought Spider-Man. Like, I thought that was a
No.
direct result of Sony buying Spider-Man to like reboot the IP. Like, you know what
Who
I mean?
owned it before?
I don't know.
Um,
You should look up when Sony bought Spider-Man because that would tell a lot about. Because the Spider-Man movie came out, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man came out.
02?
in, like,
yeah, it was like 2002.
I was a big deal when it came out
Oh,
too.
yeah. Because that
Let's
was
see.
the first, big,
Yeah,
big studio
2002.
motion picture Spider-Man that
Production
we've
company
seen.
was Columbia Pictures.
Yeah.
Oh no, Sony Pictures, distributed by
Pictures.
Sony Pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
But did they own the IP though?
Mhm.
You know
They
what I
were
mean?
the-
Because like I really don't think they bought the actual IP until later. You know what I mean? Like, hang on, let me look this up.
Yeah, this is very, very good radio. No, I'm just kidding. We just like go into like the deepest Spider-Man hole. No, but like I definitely think that was like my favorite era.
Oh wow, 1999. You're right. So
Yeah.
they've had it since way before the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
thing. That's crazy.
So them like so the Spider-Man movie, the Punisher movie with Tom Jane was fucking amazing.
Oh, that was a good one.
Like literally Daredevil was trash, but it was still like it had more heart than I feel like a lot of the Marvel movies do now. Like not to say that, like the Daredevil on Netflix was amazing. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
You're talking about Ben Affleck Daredevil, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about just the movies in general. They had like a different feel. Like I feel like the 2000s, like early 2000s, Sony Marvel, they had a more what's the
There
word?
was like a style that they had. Like
Yeah, it was like a darker style, and they went more for like seriousness, like where
yeah,
the new Marvel movies they kind of figured out.
funny.
Yeah, they just figured out it's
family
not.
events.
Yeah, they're family events. So like, and that's not a problem. It's just not my cup of tea. It's like like I
Daredevil, they're like throwing knives through their hand and shit. you
yeah,
know,
like there were brutal scenes. Like you had like fucking what's his name, Bullseye or whatever.
yeah,
Just like straight killing people, like
Yeah.
innocent people and stuff. And then like in the new ones, it's like like it feels very just like
the new Daredevil is darker too, but again, it's not really the point. I
No.
definitely see where you're.
Yeah.
what your
it just
point
had
is,
different. It was like everything in that time had like some kind of meaning. You know, like at the end of
Yeah.
the movie, there was like a message. And it's like now they don't do that anymore, which I get. Like obviously that's kind of cliche, but
They
like
used to have the most bopping soundtracks
Yes.
for those movies too, man.
I can't wake up.
Oh my God,
Literally
dude.
that Evanescence
You know,
song.
I gotta say, Daredevil holds a special place in my heart because I got to go see that movie. Came out on like Valentine's Day of whatever year it came out, but I got to see it 10 days earlier than Valentine's Day on my birthday, which was February the 4th of that year, which was super fucking cool. I got to see the movie like over a week before it came out in theaters. Everybody thought I was full of shit. I came to school the next day. I was like telling everybody, "Oh, I would see Daredevil." They're like, "It's not even out yet, dude. Shut up." You know, I'm like,
How'd you see it?
my sister got to go to some kind of premiere in
Oh,
Houston, and she
okay.
brought me because it was my birthday. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's
So
what's up.
it was really neat. You know.
That's badass.
But yeah, I always remember thinking the movie was way better than it was just because I was so hyped about going to the premiere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah. It's
Going
a-
back to watch it now, it is literally the funniest thing ever. Like, not because they try to be funny, but because of just how cheesy it is. Like, whenever he fights Elektra, like, in the park, like, in the playground for no fucking reason. Like,
oh yeah.
that shit was just off the wall, like just dumb.
For no reason. That
Like,
movie had some sweet scenes to counterbalance its
Yeah.
stupidness, though. You know, like where he's got the pipes and he's like smacking them and like fucking so he can see. I don't know.
yeah, and
or,
it's like raining,
or,
and
yeah,
like
so
he
the-
sees her face in the rain and shit, and
That
he's
shit
just
was
like,
cool. That whole
"Damn."
final fight with Kingpin or whatever was tight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. Man, I love Daredevil. But yeah, like, and I love the show. The show was great too. But anyways, off of all that, unless there was more news that I missed.
No,
Yeah.
that's there's a lot more comic book news, but again, I don't have
Pretty
any
good
of it written down.
generalization
Yeah.
of it.
Gotcha. So just so you guys know, we are using video game articles from news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're simply giving commentary on them and just bringing them all here so you can see them in one place. So let's start it off. There was one I wanted to start this off with because it was very interesting. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys.
No, I'm just kidding. So
So
yeah.
it was,
How about them? I can't even think of a sports team. How about them sports
them,
guys?
them guys playing their
Them-
game.
them basketball players.
Oh, well, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Thank goodness. Okay,
Right?
so first little bit of news here. The Discord announced that it is finally adding voice chat integration to Xbox consoles.
What?
Yes.
Thank God.
The addition
Oh,
means
man.
that Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One owners will be able to talk to their friends on Discord voice chats from their consoles rather than having to use other devices. In a press release, Discord notes that Xbox Insider will be able to use its voice chat feature on their consoles starting today. The feature coming at a later date for all users. As Discord notes, the feature has been widely requested by users. Previously, the company allowed Xbox owners to connect their accounts, but could only be used to display information like gamer tags. Discord also confirmed that Discord voice chat on Xbox will allow users to transfer their voice call from the app directly onto their consoles using the Xbox mobile app. So
is this just replacing like the Xbox party chat, or is this
No.
like a separate option?
it's a
that you
separate
can-
option.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's gonna replace it though. I mean,
Does
Especially for
Xbox
cross.
own Discord?
no.
Weren't they trying to buy it at one point?
Somebody made an attempt.
Yeah, so they were like, it was a rumor, I think, for a while there that Xbox was going to buy Discord, and it just never happened.
Yeah, and Sony needs to follow suit with this. They need to hop on. If Xbox is doing the integration, there's
Yeah, that's another
millions
plus
of
to
people.
Xbox.
Yeah,
But, Sony still got the game, so that's all that matters, really. But
Not
Discord,
like you could cross-play with Sony.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what is it?
I said not like you could cross-play with Sony anyway.
Oh, true. But the thing is with Discord, man, it's just so utilized nowadays by gamers. Like everybody has a fucking Discord,
even past gaming now. I mean, it's become
Yeah.
a major communicating network.
It's all I use. Like everybody I know uses. Like it's just it's like a group chat that you can, when you hop on a game, you can just also jump into voice.
Yeah,
So
have really good audio quality and everything.
oh yeah, way better than fucking Xbox party chat. Fuck that,
Especially when
dude.
you do PC to like a console party.
It's so
it's
bad.
atrocious.
But yeah, so very exciting
yeah,
news.
Yeah, very excited.
Cool. All right. Let's see. Warner Brothers had a special panel for its crossover fighting game Multiverses at San Diego Comic-Con, where 3 new characters were announced as part of the game's first season. The spacefaring duo Rick and Morty, as well as Space Jam's LeBron. They're
Why?
coming. They're coming on July 26th.
Why not Space Jam's Michael Jordan? Why do we gotta have LeBron though? Like
I don't know.
maybe Michael Jordan should be like a secondary like costume.
Unlockable character.
They're
Yeah.
probably trying to push the new Space Jam movie. I feel like they should do it like Smash Bros, where like they have LeBron and Michael
That's
Jordan.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
But like
they're
it's-
clone characters.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Roy and Marth kind of like they're exactly the
Yeah.
same, but like
Or like
different,
Ganondorf and fucking
Captain
Falcon. So
Yeah.
like Michael Jordan's like the beefier version.
Yeah,
of-
yeah. Oh, that would be sick.
But yeah, I
But-
wonder how that game's doing. Though.
I don't know. I think it's out now. I saw it on the PlayStation Store earlier, and it didn't look like it was like a pre-order. It looked like it was
Yeah,
available, and I haven't heard anything bad about it. It looks cool. I mean, there's lots of cool characters in it. Like, it looks interesting to me.
I've seen people playing it. Like I saw somebody playing a Superman like earlier today on
Did
the
it
clip.
look tight?
It looks like Smash Bros, but like just a little jankier, like exactly how I imagined it. Like it doesn't look bad, but it also didn't look anywhere near as smooth as Smash Bros. Yeah, there's a lot of clipping going on, like into the level and stuff, like from the characters.
That's kind of how that Nickelodeon Smash Bros clone was. Like, it was fun for like 20 minutes, and then it got old really fast. You know what I mean?
It's hard to go up against the fucking
The champ.
The
Yeah.
king.
And the
yeah.
problem with a game like that is like the whole time you're playing it, you want it to be like Smash Bros.
Mhm.
So all the little subtle differences they do to try to set it apart from Smash Bros. End up feeling like less of a nuance and more of like
a knockoff,
yeah, more of like,
like a Walmart version.
not necessarily like it's like I want it to feel more like a direct rip
Yeah.
off of Smash Bros. It's like when they try to do original things to make it to like distance
Stand
themselves from
apart,
Smash Bros.
yeah.
It like feels janky. I don't know. It just feels wrong because you're so used to Smash Bros. That you have this like Smash Bros. Esque thing that's just not. It's like when you take a sip of something you think is gonna be. Like when you eat a chocolate chip and it ends up being a raisin, you know what I mean? That's how it feels, you know.
Well, and that's
For
the
sure.
problem with taking on a project like that is it's always the point of reference is going to be like, okay, how good is this compared to Smash
Yeah.
every single time?
Well, yeah,
Like,
and the production value is not going to be there either. Like you're not going to get the same amount of money Nintendo's
You'd
going to
think
give.
you would with Warner Brothers being behind it, though. I mean, maybe not like the same amount, but you'd think they would at least be able to funnel some money into this project. You know, like Warner Brothers isn't exactly like a small company. You know,
But
what
you
I mean?
also-
Like,
Yeah.
But then again, you also look at like Nintendo's been doing this for a long time. It's a tried and true. The people
That's
they have
true.
working on it, the experience that they've already put into it, and then versus whatever studio exactly was handling. I know it's Warner Brothers, but
multiple
You know,
games worth of experience.
yeah,
on the
these
same
people
project.
are taking this project on for the first time. So
And
there's that too. Like,
Nintendo only does games. Warner Bros. Isn't going to throw a bunch of money at something that isn't their main, income.
yeah.
They're going to be like, well, here's another little side thing we can just get some money off of, So like, and this is all just, me talking without ever playing the game.
Yeah, this is all just I definitely need to try it out and
Speculation.
see how it is.
Yeah, but I feel like you can almost like just kind of guess how it's going to feel, like just based on other knockoff clones. But we need to get to the point to where people, like you're saying, stop trying to change shit. Just do it. Shamelessly rip off Smash Bros. Do it exactly the same.
That's what I'm
Like-
saying, dude. Just shameless, dude.
Yeah. Like how every game when Grand Theft Auto came out, every open world game became a knockoff.
Yeah.
And guess
Yeah.
what? There were so many good ones like Mafia,
Yeah.
fucking Saints Row when it first came out. Like, and guess what? You press all the same fucking buttons to do all the same things.
It's so true.
It's like, do that for Smash. But anyways,
No, I'm with you on that 100%.
That's a good point.
And so many of these games had potential to be great, like that PlayStation one with all the PlayStation characters. That had so many great characters
Oh,
and so
All-Star.
much potential to be dope. Like it had like BioShock and Kratos, and it's like, dude, that could have been sick,
but it went
Anyways,
the wrong way.
whose turn is it?
It could be
You,
yours.
sir.
Me? Okay, I'll go again.
Wait, did you
Wait.
just go? Did Devin go?
We just talked about the multiverse.
Oh,
stuff.
I
yeah,
thought
it's
Jamel.
Devin.
My bad. I thought Jamel. Man,
It's
it's been a
while.
long day. So No Man's Sky announced its 20th major free update.
I thought you were about to say 20th anniversary. I was like about to just go and like crawl in a fucking coffin, dude. I was like, no fucking way.
His hair just instantly turns gray and just, like shrivels up.
Just like,
Yeah. So one of the greatest, video game redemption arcs ever, No Man's Sky. They're coming back. They're still doing, significant updates to it. And Endurance focuses on freighters, frigates, and fleets.
Cool.
So this stuff's already been in the game for a while. It was actually part of their first major update for the game
They're just
ever.
enhancing it.
Yeah, they're gonna overhaul it as far as like what you can do with the freighters and stuff. And the freighters can be like they're gonna make it into like big bases and stuff. You can do more with the base building on freighters. I think there's gonna be more appearance changes with it, controlling the freighter in different ways and using it differently in missions and stuff.
Man, they just don't quit with that.
No, dude. So yeah, it's gonna be an extensive overhaul of that system specifically with other updates kind of sprinkled in here and there too.
When's that coming out?
So I don't know that it was even. Let me see.
Them dang frigates. Like
October.
What's that word?
No.
What's a frigate?
Frigate. It's like Frigate. I don't even know if I'm
It's
saying.
like a really big fucking ship that transports cargo.
Dagnabbit. Frigate just sounds like a weird word to me. I don't know. Like I've never heard that word. I'm learning from you guys though. So
Yeah,
Well, I'm not even confident
it's
that
like-
I'm even pronouncing.
is it frigate?
It's
Is
frigate.
It's
No,
frigate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's frigate.
Who made that word?
Probably some
I love it.
seafaring.
Seafaring,
Yeah.
yeah. Some pirate.
Mine and Brent's mine are in the same
Yeah.
exact spot. I can't find. It was just announced. I don't think they've put a date on it yet.
Word.
So
Well, y'all get ready to get let down. Halo Infinite's long-awaited campaign co-op does not include online matchmaking in either its current beta phase or final version.
What?
No, sir. I don't like that.
you mean I have to
As-
have friends?
As reported,
God damn.
as reported by Games Radar Plus, 343 Industries has confirmed that the game will not include an option to connect with a stranger online, only including direct user-to-user invites. Quote, online matchmaking will not be available with final co-op, an Xbox spokesperson said. We encourage you to use the Halo looking for group service
LFG. Yeah.
and the new Discord voice call feature on Xbox
Hey.
to find players to party up with
like a-
as you continue to playing the beta. It's like, I know we suck,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
hey, remember, we got you Discord, bitch. So
It's like I
As
know
long
we
as
should
they have like local multiplayer on there, I'm not gonna be tripping.
yeah, I mean, I don't think there's local. I think it's
Then they
just
can eat it.
online co-op.
That's
Like,
fucking stupid, dude. They've had so much time.
online co-op without any matchmaking.
yeah.
Dude.
I mean, maybe it does, but I haven't seen anything about it being, local.
That's like
I-
the only thing I
yeah.
ask is that it has local. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's pretty whack of them.
it is very whack. I'm gonna look that up while you go. Go ahead, drop some knowledge.
All right, let's see. Guerrilla Games has today announced that online servers for a number of its games will be shut down on August 12th. They're shutting down the servers for Killzone Mercenary, Killzone Shadowfall, and Riggs Mechanized Combat League. So if you play any of those online, then don't.
Sorry about it.
Yeah.
Maybe it will.
Riggs
Oh.
was pretty recent, wasn't it?
Riggs was a launch
has it been
title for
around for a while?
PSVR back in the day.
Oh,
and,
okay.
It's the community has died down. It was a cool game for what it was, but, it just doesn't have the community to support it, I'm sure.
Damn.
So Ubisoft is delaying some stuff. Says Ubisoft has officially stopped development on Ghost Recon.
This shit made me
Frontline.
mad as hell, dude. Go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, it's not the only. So Ubisoft has officially stopped development on Ghost Recon Frontline. It's also ditching Splinter Cell VR and 2 other unannounced.
Hold up.
games.
You can't just hold on. Y'all can't come out and be like, guess what? Sam Fisher's back in VR, and everybody's like, fuck yeah. And you're
I
like,
was so hyped for that shit, dude. I had the vision in my head about putting the fucking night vision gogs on my face. The fucking bro, that's some bullshit, man. Like I'm
Dude.
legitimately mad as hell about this. Like
I'm writing a letter to my senator. No, but like I don't know. Like the thing about it is like, why? Like, did they
because
just?
nobody wants to play single player games. We're Ubisoft.
I thought that was EA that said that, but
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
well, let
okay.
me read the.
Still, fuck Ubisoft.
Let's read the article and
they're in the
see.
birds of a feather there.
Yeah.
So not only is Ubisoft delaying Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. And
No,
Not Avatar Frontiers of Pandora.
But it's apparently flat out canceling 4 whole titles in an attempt to cut costs and focus on its bigger names. Among those canceled games are both Ghost Recon Frontline and Splinter Cell VR.
Bro, I actually hate whoever made that decision. Like, I physically
We haven't seen Splinter Cell in
harm to
so
come to
long,
them.
and we had the opportunity to see some badass
Well,
VR
apparently they're
Splinter
still
Cell.
making a remake of the original Splinter Cell that was announced recently.
We
But
got to boycott it.
I'm still mad as hell. Yeah, I don't want no part of that shit. All I
I
wanted,
doubt it's actually going to come out.
all I wanted was Splinter Cell VR, dude. And now I have no faith that they're gonna make the Assassin's Creed VR. I feel like that's just a bunch of bullshit. Fucking, it's all just a bunch of bullshit.
Bunch of smoke
I'm mad
blown
as
up.
hell. They're probably not gonna do San Andreas VR either. They're not gonna do anything I want.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to why we've already seen like another like meta, showcase, and we hadn't heard shit else about that.
Yeah, man, I'm mad as hell.
But that's not Ubisoft.
Oh, no.
No, I know. I'm just mad
VR
as hell in
stuff.
general.
New segment with mad as hell. No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
That really grinds my
I'm
gears.
cool with that. We can make a segment.
speaking of the Ubisoft thing, just real quick, I think it was saying that one of the unannounced delayed games is reportedly Assassin's Creed Rift. Like,
Was that? Oh, the one that comes out. That's not the Infinity, but like not the.
yeah, it delayed a smaller unannounced premium game. A source familiar with the company revealed.
Premium game.
That's what they called it. After Ubisoft revealed that it delayed a smaller, unannounced premium game, a source familiar with the company revealed that this game was Assassin's Creed Rift.
Curious as to what that adjective means.
Premium.
Yeah.
It just means like it was going to be one of
Paid
their.
for
No, premium is
Or
like
just
their
like
their one of their major
a
games.
big title.
Yeah, but a smaller version of it. It's probably like Assassin's Creed Revelations or like one of those games where
In
it's
between
like,
title.
Yeah. And so that's getting delayed for whatever reason. But my actual news that I wanted to talk about here, I think this is actually some good news for us, PC gamers out there. If you're looking forward to playing The Last of Us Part 1 on PC, you may be able to get your hands on it sooner than you thought. According to one Naughty Dog dev, the studio's overhaul of the beloved post-apocalyptic game is expected to launch on PC, quote-unquote, very soon after the PS5 release.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, Naughty Dog senior environment texture artist Jonathan Bananas.
Jonathan Bananas.
Bananas. Responded to a fan on Twitter to tell them that The Last of Us Part 1's PC version would be coming very soon after September's initial PS5 launch. So that's good.
That is good.
Sweet.
I also have more to talk about with The Last of Us Part 1.
Have y'all seen any of the gameplay of the SpiderMan on PC?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Looking pretty good.
Looks sick. Looks fucking really sick. And it's going to have the DLSS, I think. You know
The
what I mean?
dulls?
The dulls. And it's going to have the ultra-wide support. So, Jamel, you can whip out your new fucking ultra-wide
Ultra-wide.
capabilities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, I'm going to see all my peripherals, dude. I'm going to be like looking to my left, looking to my right without having to look left or right. You know what I'm saying?
140 FOV.
Dude,
Oh,
one thing you
goodness.
guys should definitely be excited about is the ray tracing features on the new Spider-Man game. Fucking, it's
yeah.
it's fucking super nice. Insomniac has great ray tracing. I don't know. That's
Okay.
one thing
Right.
I feel like they do well,
You can-
better than other developers. You know what I mean?
Like, so with my graphics card, the 2080 Ti
Yeah.
Super or whatever, will I be able to trace some rays?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, hell
Especially
yeah.
if you're playing at 1080p or 1440.
Woo.
I think you might be struggling to get to 60 frames per second at 1440, but at 1080p you'll
I'll
definitely.
be fine.
You know what I mean?
Hell
Then
yeah,
again,
boy.
I don't know. Maybe 1440.
Nah.
Nah, you could probably do 1440 60 with
Yeah.
maxed out. I don't know.
I think I would assume 1440 maxed out 60 frames it could handle it.
You could probably even do 4K in the high 50s or something. You know what I mean? I
Of
don't
all
know.
the shit that I pumped out of my poor little 2060, 2080 Ti Super can handle that for sure.
Yeah,
I
boy.
would- yeah.
I just want to play some Spider-Man, dude. It's going to
Yeah.
be great.
You
On
should-
my
Yeah.
Xbox controller. It's going to feel crazy.
It
dude.
is. It's gonna be sick. That's
Flex
a really
that
good
card,
game.
man.
But
yeah.
nah, y'all should be excited about The Last of Us Part 1 because that shit is.
I already
gonna be
played
sick.
that, though.
You already played The Last of Us all the way through?
Yeah, That one I played on a PS4.
Okay, well, this is
Recently.
going to be way better, though. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some side-by-sides, and I'm like, man, this is going to be sick. I feel like, especially on, like, a high-end PC, but...
I saw the animations look better, but, I mean, it's still, like, the original one looked fine. Like
the original one looked good, but it's still got, like, janky, stiff, like...
movement or something?
Like, it's made on the PS3, you know? And there's just moments, like, in the, like, actual moment-to-moment gameplay that you can tell. Like, the cutscenes look good, you know what I mean? But the actual, like, walking around, like, talking to people, it's kind of the same thing with Alan Wake. Alan Wake was made in that era where, like, everything looked good, but, like, everybody looked like a cardboard cutout when you're talking to them. Like, you know what I mean? They, like, do this over and over again kind of thing. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think Alan Wake looked that good. But at least I played it recently, and it looks terrible. Like
I played it recently, and it looked great, but I played it
you play on PC, though,
I played
probably.
it on PC, yeah.
Yeah, I played it on Xbox, I think it was. Somewhere I played it on a console somewhere. It might have been on PS4. Or no, PS4 is where I played it. It looked bad. It looked really bad. But
well, you know, that's one of those things where the PC version probably has always looked a little better than the...
yeah.
But regardless, the animations were a little stiff on the PC version, even though it looked, you know...
Gotcha.
Like a decent resolution and stuff.
I'm just saying the first Last of Us still looks good, though.
It really does look good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, like, hating on the first Last of Us. And it definitely isn't, like, the most needed remake.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like the last
like,
game that needs a polish. Like, I mean, maybe, like, on the animations, yeah, but, like,
I don't know, but,
the
like,
graphics.
at the same time, for, like, people who are, like, super fans of the series, like, I'll probably buy the game. Like, I really enjoy The Last of Us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm excited to play it in, like, the highest possible fidelity. You know what I mean?
You know Taj is going to be playing the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah, you already know. But anyways, my next thing was about The Last of Us anyway, and basically all the stuff. They are adding tons of new features. They're adding, like, a bunch of new accessibility features and, like, costumes for the characters and, like, adaptive triggers and, like... But it's more than just, like, you know, a remaster. Like, they're completely remaking the game. Like, they're, like, breakable objects in the scenes are, like, way more now and stuff. And, like, fucking all kinds of new animations for, like, the fighting. And, like, the AI for the enemies is completely different. They were, like, breaking it all down in this
It's like
new
an overhaul.
video. Yeah, it's, like, completely, like, they basically took The Last of Us 2's mechanics and, like, put it, like, remade The Last of Us 1 with The Last of Us 2's mechanics, which is pretty great. So I don't know. I'm excited to play it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coming out pretty soon. So check that out.
Nice.
Sweet. So Resident Evil Village, the Mercenaries trailer, shows playable Lady Dimitrescu in action.
Oh yeah, they showed a little bit of that back when they announced it.
Yeah, so...
How's that look?
Tall.
I was about to say. It probably looks awkward. Like,
Tall.
being
It's
that
weird
tough.
because you're like
Fearsome.
looking down at everybody. The Heisenberg
Does she
thing,
just use her claws?
Yeah, you have like a hand out in front of you and
Yeah.
you're like swiping people up and shit. It's actually pretty sweet looking.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
They have a Heisenberg gameplay too where you have the big hammer and you're like smashing shit.
Well, speaking of Lady Dimitrescu, Dimitrescu?
I don't know.
Dimitrescu. Yeah, Dimitrescu. It is.
I think it is
yeah.
Dimitrescu.
Well, she apparently like the director of the Netflix live action show is trying to put her in the show somewhere, which
Oh.
makes no sense. But
yeah, didn't we kill her ass and like?
well, in the Netflix show, it's starting from like the beginning of the
No,
show.
well, no, it
it's
makes
not.
complete
It's-
sense.
And the Netflix show is starting in like year 2032 or some shit.
Is it?
And the actual like events of Resident Evil 8 are taking place in like 2018 or something like that. So it's like
Oh, okay. Hold on. So the showrunner of Netflix's Resident Evil series wants to introduce a live-action version of fan favorite villain Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village if the show is renewed for the new season. Speaking to Polygon, Andrew Dabb said he wants to bring in as many iconic characters from the game series as possible, including enemies from anywhere between the first and latest entries. Quote, over the course of the series, I want to bring everything in, he said. Left to my own devices, I want Lady D, I want the plant monster, I want it all. I want everything, but judiciously and responsibly over time.
Well, I mean, you think about it. Like, no matter what they do, if they put her in it, it's going to garner views.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. You find a way to slip her in there, it's over.
That's
bro.
why it makes sense because it's
and then you got to find an actress
And I mean,
that like would play the part that everybody would be like, oh, you know what I'm
That
saying?
wouldn't
Yeah.
be too hard. You'd have to throw a casting. People would come, put that bitch on stilts. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking over.
Put that bitch on stilts. Quote.
We got our next shirt.
Put that bitch on stilts right now.
I'm just saying, man, it would be awesome. It would be freaking awesome. And like you could use you could do a Vecna type thing where you have like a mix of like practical effects and special effects and like just have her walking around tall as hell killing everybody. It would be fucking sick.
So here's how it would work, because apparently the show follows two timelines, one before and one deep into the apocalypse already. So that's how the show works right now.
So they're just segment
But
off,
pre-apocalypse, there would be no virus that would mutate Lady D. It wouldn't make any sense. It just wouldn't make any sense.
Well, Dab said he wants to explore how these video game characters would be different in each storyline and would even like to include previous game protagonists. He said, quote, "The question becomes, how do people change? So there are characters we haven't seen in quite a while. Jill Valentine and Claire Redfield being examples of that. How do they react in the present day to all of this stuff happening?" He said. So maybe you see her before she becomes Lady Dimitrescu, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then maybe you see like right at the point where she becomes
Her
Lady
origin
Dimitrescu.
story.
Yeah, it's like her
Ooh.
origins. Yeah.
Okay.
Have y'all watched any of the show?
I've watched like the
No.
first episode. I need to go back. I watched like the first episode and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and watch all this, and then I just never did.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard that it's one
It's
of the.
not bad.
I've heard,
from
but
what I saw.
several things that I've seen says it's like one of the most like to the game adaptation. Like it sticks a lot to the game.
I don't
I don't
really. I
know.
mean, like it's set so far in the future that they can kind of do whatever the fuck they want
Yeah.
without affecting the game. So
Which
it's
kind of
not-
takes away from it, in my opinion, because then it's like, well, this isn't fucking Resident Evil just because you have a T virus. Like,
Yeah, it almost feels like. Have you ever seen like what's that? Not
Final Fantasy Spirits Within, where
Ah.
it's just like the name, but has nothing to do with the actual shit.
kind of. I mean, there's stuff like it's definitely Resident Evil-y. You got like Albert Wesker. You got the zombie dogs and shit. But it's like
Zogs.
It's like, I don't know, it almost feels like 28 weeks later or something, where there's like this whole like established like society after the apocalypse has happened, and
Which
like,
is kind of lame.
or like Dead Rising 2, where it's like, you know, way in the future after the, I don't know, it's like, I don't hate it, it's just not my cup of tea, you know, it's
Yeah.
like,
I want to see people getting infected, like becoming, like,
well,
I want to
they
see
got
the
a little
world.
bit of that too. I mean, it's just not my, it's just, I don't know, man. It's
Yeah.
I'll have to
not the
check it out.
direction I would have gone personally, but I'm okay with it. Like, it's not the worst idea.
Yeah,
It's just not the best idea.
Anthony liked it, which is surprising. Like,
I need to
thought
watch
he
the
was not
rest of
gonna
it
like
because I've only watched one episode, so maybe it'll get really, really good, and I just haven't given it enough of a chance. You know what I mean?
Faux show. Okay, Brent, Devin.
All right, let's see. PUBG's newest map, Destin, is now on consoles alongside the 18.2 update. The new 8v8 map is set in a near-future world and has a variety of biomes, such as murky swamps, clear coasts, mountains, and islands. The 18.2 update introduces a new map, new transportation methods, weapons, 2 special events, as well as graphics and frame rate improvements. So I think they actually did like the modern console version of PUBG with this update. So if you're on like, you know, PS5, Series X, it'll look better and play better and stuff.
Nice.
Ooh, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Very cool. So as with any super very popular game, it gets its fair share of mods, and we have seen we've seen the first viral mod with the Stray.
Oh
and it-
God, I don't even want
Yeah.
to fucking know, dude.
What'd they do to that cat?
just
dude?
take a wild guess. It is with the main
Is
cat.
it Thomas the Tank Engine?
Well, there is
Is it a
some of
cat
that.
girl? Like,
Wait, there is some of that. They have a Thomas the Tank
Well,
Engine.
so so this article is it turns the Stray into Garfield.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
That's
okay.
funny.
I was
But-
thinking it was gonna be a lot more perverted. I was thinking like furry, like it was like a dude in a furry costume,
Just
like
somebody with a fat ass.
Yeah.
yeah, just donk,
Give
dude.
give it time. Give it time. No,
we need the NSFW Stray mods, bro.
but what's funnier is like I saw one clip of the mod, and it's like Garfield going through, and did y'all see that scene where those little robots are like jumping at him and stuff?
No.
I
Oh,
mean,
there's
that's like
like-
half the game.
Yeah.
You know, the little bug robots
Yeah,
that
the little
attack
bug ones.
you. Yeah.
Well, somebody modded Garfield, and then the little bug robots are Thomas the Tank. Little trains just like bouncing off of him.
Fuck yeah, dude. I knew Thomas the Tank Engine would come into this somehow.
It's become such a staple. Like if they're gonna mod models into a game, like Thomas the Tank Engine has to be one of those models.
Bro, I want that mod so bad. Well, that would be like the best. Honestly, I could if you just changed nothing else about Stray and just added
Made
the Thomas
him
the Tank
Thomas
Engine.
the Tank Engine.
No. Like just like left the cat alone, but made the little monsters that attack you Thomas the Tank Engines. That would just be the greatest game that ever.
The game would be
existed.
so much more terrifying. I feel like.
I don't know. Maybe not in this instance. If they were the little tiny Thomas the Tank Engines and it played that song every time they came out, boop, 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 that would be fucking great.
Damn.
Anyways, some of these
love.
people really deserve some
Awards.
love for that.
We should
for
hold
these
Thomas the
mods.
Tank Engine mod awards every year. who did the best and for what game?
And
I
y'all know
want a
where the
tanky.
y'all know where the Thomas the Tank originated, right? Where it really became famous as a mod.
From Skyrim?
I thought.
Skyrim,
With the
yeah.
dragons.
Turning the fucking dragons.
Yeah.
You hear the whistle up in the sky.
Oh man, the other one
Good
that was
times.
great back in the day was the Macho Man Randy Savage Death Claws from Fallout. Do you
Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
dude. What the fuck? I forgot
I
about
don't
that.
remember that one. No.
Again, and then they had like the little top hat on all the on what they turn them into, like the little crabs, the mud crabs. They turned them into like Abraham
monocles and top
Lincoln
Oh
hats.
yeah.
or
Yeah.
something. What were they saying?
Gentle
They were like, what? Or like, they were saying something like where they were just like,
what is this, like some British stuff or something?
yeah, it was something stupid, but it was fucking funny. Okay, so Doom creator John Romero and his studio Romero Games are working on a brand new first-person shooter, one that will be utilizing Unreal Engine 5.
Whoa.
What's more, it will purportedly be with a, quote, major publisher.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the quote from him, it says, "It's a new dawn for Romero Games. We're working with a major publisher to develop John Romero's next shooter, an all-new FPS with an original new IP," says Romero on Twitter. "Our team is expanding, and we're looking for talented people for all positions and at all experience levels." All experience levels, particularly those with Unreal Engine 5 experience.
I feel like the people working on a first-person shooter side by side with John Romero are probably like a prestigious bunch, or at least take a lot of pride in their work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I bet this will be pretty good. Even like I don't need to know anything about it to know that like I bet it's gonna be a high-quality product. You know what I mean? Like whatever it ends up being. You
He's
know what I
super
mean?
creative. I feel like he's kind of like, he kind of got screwed, you know, like whenever the other John left,
Yeah.
you know, like John, what was his name? John Carmack.
Yeah.
John Carmack was the genius behind the technology at the time. John Romero is who came up with like most of the ideas, like the level design and the game design and stuff like that. But, you know, John Carmack's over there like making like the cool like fucking light rendering and shit like
The
that
software
happen.
end of it.
Yeah, like straight up created the engines and stuff. But I feel like he got screwed whenever he did Daikatana or whatever on N64 and on PC, because the game like kept getting delayed and then it didn't come out the right way. And ever since then, like he's just been like doing shitty stuff, like, or not shitty, just less like subpar. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he comes out with shooters and works on that stuff anymore. Like I feel like this is going to be his return to glory, like to use his fucking, you know, creativity again.
I sure hope so, man. You know.
I'm hoping. That's what. Yeah, like, I really do hope so. Could be cool. Anyways,
All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we talked about that. Nintendo has announced the first free update for Mario Strikers Battle League. Coming this week, it will add 2 new characters, Daisy and Shy Guy, along with a new night gear set and a desert ruin stadium.
it's kind of lame. They need to update the actual playlist and stuff first. Like, you can only have 2 people. Like, it's so weird because the teams are like 4v4 or 5v5. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 5v5. But you can only have one person online with you. Like, you can only link up with one friend, and then you have to have random teammates fill out the rest of it.
What?
Yeah,
Weird.
it's stupid. It's like Nintendo always like does this, where they're like, we're gonna give you a really dope game, like, and a really cool idea, but we're just gonna fuck the online for
We're
you.
gonna limit you in the most frustrating way.
Yeah, because like this game could be like a big fucking esports game. Like,
yeah.
it's so technical. It's like literally super technical. Like, if you watch any gameplay on this thing, it's like Smash Bros. Level technical, but they just fucking shit on it. They're just like, yeah, but we don't want you to, like, get competitive, so it makes no sense to me. But anyways.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I am out of news.
I, too, am out of news.
Oh, I've got the most important news of them all.
Ooh.
The Lord of the Rings Gollum has been delayed.
What? I couldn't have seen that coming, dude.
Yeah, it was originally coming on September the 1st, but now
It ain't coming.
we don't know.
Thank you for that, Brent. I don't
being
know what I
delayed
would
by,
do without
quote,
that information.
A few months, yeah. I know you guys are all dying to get your hands on Gollum.
Oh, dude, I have
So,
been.
You
Yeah.
know, it just is what it is at this point. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's so crazy to me that they would just delay this fucking classic, this future classic, dude. But like, I'm not even hating. I'm just being honest. That game looks so bad. Like,
it really does. I mean, I can't even deny it.
it's like, what were they thinking?
Like, who are they trying to appeal to? Like, is there anybody out there that's just like a diehard like Gollum fan? That's just like,
It's
what
like,
I mean?
of all the characters in Smash Bros, I just really want to be Gollum, dude. Like,
Smash Bros.
oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking I might looking up shit.
That would be sick if Gollum was just in Smash Bros.
That would be a good utilization of Gollum.
Imagine
but, like-
Gollum with the fucking hammer, just like.
What I meant was all the dope characters in Lord of the Rings.
What
Like,
would
they could have made
Smash Ball be. You know what I mean? Like.
a fish or something. Like, I don't know. Like, they could have made a Legolas game. Could you imagine just like a dope ass
That
Legolas
would be
game?
so fucking sick.
Yeah.
But instead, we're getting Gollum. dude.
Gollum, the game.
Even a Gimli game would be cooler
Yeah,
than a
dude.
fucking Gollum game.
Hell yeah. That's all I'm talking about. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so we're going to jump into upcoming games where I'm going to let you guys know which brand new games are coming out in the next 7 days. Where we got Noel, The Mortal Fate, which is like an episodic RPG coming to Xbox One on July 26th. Then we got Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olivetown, which is like Story of Seasons is like the new name for Harvest Moon, basically, in America. So it's just a new Harvest Moon type game coming to PS4 on July 26th. Then we have The Tarnishing of Juxtia, which is an action Metroidvania platformer RPG Souls-like coming to PC on July 26th. Then we got Train Valley Console Edition, which I guess is like a board game or something, coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on July 27th. Then we got Voltage High Society, which is an action-adventure first-person game coming to PC on July 27th. We got 4th Generation Warfare, which is a strategy game coming to PC on July 28th. Aluna, Sentinel of the Shards, action RPG game coming to PS4 on July 28th. Azure Striker Gunvolt 3 coming to Switch on July 28th. Captain Velvet Meteor, The Jump Plus Dimensions, which is an action-adventure game coming to Switch on July 28th. Then we got Catch Me, which is an action party platformer game coming to PC on July 28th. Then we got Life Makeover, which is a fashion simulation game coming to mobile, PC, PS4, and PS5 on July 28th. Lost Epic, which is an action RPG Souls-like game coming to PC, PS4, and PS5 on July 28th. The Sims 4 High School Years DLC expansion is coming to iPhone, PC, Xbox One, and PS4 on July 28th.
There's too many damn Sims 4 DLCs, man. It's kind of some bullshit.
Dude, I saw something that if you bought every Sims 4 DLC,
It's a lot.
it's like
of fucking
$800.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
And there's probably people out there that have it.
oh
you know?
yeah.
Like, they should just release, like, a fucking, like,
New game?
pass where you can get all the DLC for free, like, or, like, with a subscription or something.
I'm sure
That's
they've got
bullshit.
some
like, you know what I mean?
subscription base.
Yeah, I'm sure. But you know how EA be doing. That is EA,
Yeah,
right?
probably not. You probably gotta like
Yeah,
buy
it
loot
is
boxes
EA.
to get the DLC.
Some people just love The Sims, you know? Like, some
Yeah.
people, it's like all they play, you know? So, I mean, you know, I don't know.
And then we got Vistaria, Saga 2, The Sacred Sword of Sylvanister. Okay. It's an RPG strategy game coming to PC on July 28th. We got Yacht Mechanic Simulator coming to PC on July 28th. That's a very specific simulator.
God, these
Dude, we're
simulators are getting out of hand.
I'm about to
dude.
say, like, people just need to go out and get a job if they want to do all these like jobs.
You can get paid for it in real
Yeah,
life.
right. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be like a entertaining hobby. Go make some money. Like,
Maybe you can learn how to become a yacht mechanic by playing the simulator. Then you go get the job. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
just know these games don't give you any certification. Do not.
Actually, this one, no, I'm just kidding. And then we got Digimon Survive, which is an RPG coming to PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One on July 29th. I wonder if this is that Pokemon-like Digimon game that we were talking about a while back.
What?
I don't know.
What was it called?
It's so okay.
It's a
Digimon
3D.
Survive. Is it? Yeah. Or it looks like it. It says in the survival RPG Digimon Survive, a group of teenagers led by Takuma Momozuka get lost on a school camping trip and find themselves transported to a strange world of monsters and danger. No, so I don't think it's like the Pokemon thing. It's just it is its thing. And then we got Kiwi Clicker, which is like a indie
Jesus.
game. Simulation game. It's coming to PC on July 29th. Then we got RimWorld Simulation, not stimulation,
Hey,
and it's coming to Xbox One and PS4 on July
I tried.
29th.
I really tried. I'm too immature.
We got Squish, which is a party platformer puzzle game coming to Switch on July 29th. We got Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is an open world RPG coming to Switch on July 29th. That's like the big Switch
yeah,
game
that's a
right
big,
now.
Yeah, people like that.
Then we got House Builder, which is a simulation game coming to Switch.
There's House Builder. There's House Flipper. There's Power Washing.
Hold on.
Yacht Mechanic.
It's not over yet, boys. We got Civitatum coming. It's a simulation strategy game coming to PC on August 1st. We got Hot Lap League coming, which is a racing game coming to Switch on August 1st, and that's it. That's all the games. So
Jesus.
unless you want to play a fucking simulation game or have a Switch to play Xenoblade, this week,
Literally, it's all it's like simulations and The
Souls-like.
Sims.
yeah, which is a simulation
Which
game.
is-
Yeah, ain't nothing out there for us gamers this week, except for Xenoblade. I'm not gonna hate on that because I don't know that game very
I was
well.
about to say there's a big
No,
following.
yeah,
behind
people
that
love
one.
that. Yeah.
Better watch out; they'll come for you.
Bring it on. But yeah, that's it for not currently playing, but games, upcoming games this week. Now we're going to currently playing. What are you guys playing?
Dude, can I start off?
Yeah,
Drop
what are
it,
you
dude.
playing?
Motherfucking Hot Wheels DLC.
How is
Hot
it?
Wheels.
It was good. I haven't gotten all the way through it yet. It makes you work through all the classes to like unlock even the classes that you have.
Yeah.
You gotta work your way up the ranks.
Can you
The
unlock
map.
Hot Wheel cars?
Yeah.
Can you take your Hot Wheel cars out into the normal world?
Yeah, and then you can
Sick.
bring your normal cars into the Hot Wheels tracks and
Oh,
stuff.
sick.
How are the tracks?
The tracks are a lot of fun, but I do find that like with like S class is one of like the best to run on it.
They're super
don't-
fast.
Well, they're super fast and they have good handling, and it's almost too easy.
Mm.
Like there's some tracks where there's not a chance you're gonna mess up unless you really just zone out. And so that in turn also makes it harder to catch up with the computers too sometimes.
Yeah, because it's just super easy for them.
Yeah, because like if there's no places for even you to like really just drive dangerously and get ahead, then the computers are just gonna stay ahead of you if you like,
Yeah.
start behind the pack.
What about like are there like loop-de-loops? Are there upside
Oh
down?
yeah, there's
hoops?
loops everywhere. The tracks are
Nice.
cool. The tracks are really cool. But it's just The tracks are very wide because if you were to do it narrow, then it'd be too hard to drive.
Yeah.
And
Is it all races, or is there like just wacky jumps and stuff you can do for like challenges that they have?
there's a whole bunch of different stuff.
Is that like
There-
a whole island?
Yeah, well, it's like a giant floating island. It's above the main map, and it's 3 different biomes that are all connected with crazy ass Hot Wheel tracks.
So it's an open
Sick.
area, like
yeah,
a big
it's a
open
whole
world
nother
area.
map.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
okay.
a whole nother map. You've got 3 different biomes. It's a jungle biome, a canyon biome, and a like volcano / ice biome. And they're all 3 like it's a big makes up a big circle with a center point where it's like the festival or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's just a huge interconnectivity of like.
I thought it was just
going
gonna be tracks. That's cool to know that it's like actually.
Yeah, and then it also integrates. It's not always just driving on the tracks. It also integrates some of the ground
Yeah.
that are a part of these maps.
That's
So it's
sick.
it's cool. And then you also get playing through basically the campaign of this DLC. You get a bunch of Hot Wheels cars. There's a lot of activities, and it making you work through like starting with like I think it makes you start with C class and work all the way up to like X class. Having that kind of dynamic really makes you play out the DLC versus just like having it and just driving around aimlessly.
Man,
Yeah.
that's badass.
So it's cool. I've really enjoyed it. So I'm curious to see what happens with the next one.
For sure.
And then other than that, damn, not really much. A little bit of I finally got I Expect You to Die.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
that's a great game right there.
If anybody watching or listening is on VR, I don't know if it'll still be going on, but Steam is having an insane VR sale right now. Everything, like all their major titles, like the top selling titles, almost all of them are on a crazy sale. Everything VR related on Steam is seeing a crazy sale. And I picked up I Expect You to Die for like $11.
Nice. I really enjoy I Expect You to Die.
It's so much
1.
fun.
Yeah, it's a good. If you like escape room games, it's really good. The second one has this weird spot that got me like stuck or something, and I just stopped playing it. Like I don't know. I got there's like an airplane level on the second one, and I can't figure out what to do, and I just gave up. So, but the first game is fucking really great. Like
Yeah.
it's super smart and like just good
Super
graphics
creative,
and like it's a lot of
fun.
fun.
Yeah. It's
So.
like I mean it's like a lot of people argue it like as one of the top VR experiences.
It's a good escape room thing. Like
Yeah.
if you're into escape rooms, it basically is like 4 or 5 tiny escape rooms for you to do like by yourself with like deadly consequences
Yeah,
if
it's
you
like
mess up.
secret
like,
spy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
like-
We need to go do an escape room. I like escape rooms.
I would be
They're fun.
down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
super down.
yeah.
There's one in the Woodlands.
Yeah, there's one in the mall. There's actually like a escape room thing in the mall. You know, like where the food court is and like
Yeah.
where the haircut place
Mhm.
is. It's back there. Like you go behind the little kids' haircut place, and there's like a,
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go do that.
We got to do our research though because there's been a lot of escape rooms that just popped up and
no,
the-
that one's I've
the
been there before.
qualities. Oh, okay. I was about to say
Yeah.
there's lots of varying quality.
I know in Corpus Christi at the USS Lexington, there's like several escape rooms. I don't
In
know
the
how-
in the USS.
in the USS
what?
Lexington.
That
And one
would-
of
that
them
could be
is
really
like
cool.
a ship thing, like a haunted ship thing where you go through the bottom of the ship and it's like, I
Oh,
don't know. It
nice.
seems pretty cool. Like,
Yeah. I love having to think, dude.
yeah.
Especially when it's not for work. You
I
know?
don't.
Like it's just yeah. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. That's
All right. I guess I'll go. I've been playing Control. I finished Control's main story and the AWE expansion, and I'm working my way through the Foundation expansion. Pretty good game all around. You know, story was kind of interesting, but really, the star of the show I think is just the gunplay and like the powers you get and stuff. It's a pretty good game, you know, all around. Then I'm playing Stray. Which is, you know, again, pretty good. It reminds me so much of Maneater, where it's like there's a lot going on. Like it's a decent game, but it's just there's
the gimmick
something.
gets old.
Well, yeah, kinda, but like I don't know. There's just like something keeping it from being like great. You know what I mean? Like it's fun for what it is, but it's just like I feel like it's a little overhyped just because it's adorable. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's not a bad game. The graphics are really, really good. And then I've been playing As Dusk Falls with Audra, So it's cool because I'm playing the Xbox Day 1 drop and the PlayStation Day 1 drop, which I feel like I got the best of both worlds going on here. And me and Audra are really enjoying this. We like to play these games where you get like choices and your decisions matter kind of thing. So we've been playing through this, and I gotta say it's like really intense. Like it puts you in these like really intense situations, and like it feels like a fucking scene from Breaking Bad like 90% of the time, you know what I mean? I don't know, I really enjoy it. Like the art style at first is a little bit like, okay, this is weird, but
jarring.
You get used to it pretty quick, and it's not so bad. It's actually kind of nice at times. I don't know. Like, we're enjoying it. I think we're about halfway through, but I don't really know. You know what I mean?
They say it's like 6 hours.
Okay, we're probably a little more than halfway through then.
Yeah.
But we're really enjoying it so far. Then I booted up the Final Fantasy VII Remake because the PS5 version got put on the service or whatever, you know what I mean? And I didn't really play much of it. I just kind of wanted to look at it, and it's fucking beautiful looking on the PS5, just like I thought it would be.
It's fucking beautiful.
It's fucking beautiful. And then I've been playing, like, my two consistent games that I'm just, like, always playing. I've been playing UFC 4, like, nonstop, and Hitman 3. Like, those are just the two that I just go back to regularly. Like, I play a lot of Hitman 3. I'm, like, obsessed with that game. And then I tried to play Outriders on Game Pass. It's pretty good. Like, the dialogue is just super skippable. Like,
oh my god!
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just like you just want to mash that fucking B button to get to the next gunfight. You know what I mean? Like,
it's bad because it had a pretty good setup as far as like the gameplay and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like this is a fun game.
Yeah, the
but then
graphics are good.
You get to a fucking cutscene and it's the corniest, most
It's
just
so dull.
pat. It's like your most pat action game sequences that you can imagine for some reason. Like
it's like I let a computer watch 100 hours of, of Gears of War, and then the AI created this game.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's you hit the nail right on the fucking head. It is the most unmemorable like little cutscenes and stuff, but the gameplay's fun.
Yeah,
like
the gameplay is fun.
And the gunplay, like all the different
good.
guns.
Like visually, it's all there. It's just like it's just.
God, they really dropped the budget on the fucking
Yeah.
like the sustenance when you're not killing shit.
But it's not like the worst game I've ever played, so I'll probably play that a little more. You know what I mean?
Dude, let me know when you play it. I've got a character that's pretty high level on that.
Okay, bet.
Man, and it's a lot funner. It's a lot more fun to play with people too. That was a game that me and my cousin ran through a good bit, and but then whenever we tried to play it solo, it was just like, eh.
Yeah,
Like,
I need to definitely get with some homies because I think that would make it a lot more fun.
Yeah, I'll hop on that shit with you. Let me know.
Okay, cool. What have you been playing, Jamel?
So I've been playing obviously Warzone, but I'm doing it with a mouse and keyboard now, trying to get good with that, and I'm telling you, I'm not. I also downloaded Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on my phone, and I've been playing that a lot.
Oh man, I used to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Link master.
Is that the one that everybody's playing even on the console and stuff?
I think so.
No, I don't.
Or you're thinking of Master
Duel is on the console.
Yeah.
Duel Links
Yeah.
is a simplified version of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like instead of having 5 monsters on the field, it's like 3 or something.
Yeah, like I feel like
I like Duel Links.
I'm just really good at this Duel Links one, but I've heard Master Duel is like the actual game, so and there's like 10,000 cards to choose from.
Yeah.
So it's like super in depth and hard. Which is what I plan on getting that on my PC and playing that.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I think
sure.
it's
Master
free to
Duel.
play anyway.
Or is
so
it free to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
definitely gonna download that.
My stepbrother plays that game, and he's come up with a couple like troll decks. Like there's one that he's got it filled with a bunch of these cards to just like let him repeatedly draw until he gets all 5 pieces of Exodia.
I've heard that's why
That's
like
fucking
the
annoying.
game sucks now.
Yeah, that's
I've actually heard like
That's why I don't like to play that. That's why I like
So,
Duel
yeah.
Links, because the cards they have in Duel Links are regulated,
Randomized.
and it's not like all this new age fucking pendulum crap. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
unless they've changed something about it recently, but like. From what I remember, Duel Links, I think what's the most they have, like synchro summoning or something. Like it's not super crazy. Like
You're saying words I don't understand, Brent. I haven't gotten that far into the game. I'm like level 5.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So I've been playing that, and then I've been playing Valorant with my sister.
Oh, okay.
And
Is Valorant free?
How is that?
yeah, Valorant's free to play. It's pretty good. It's
you
like
have to go to their like launcher to download it, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's basically Counter-Strike, but like
with powers.
with powers. Yeah, it's like if you mixed Overwatch and Counter-Strike into one thing.
is it like Counter-Strike in the respect that you like buy your gear at
Yes.
the beginning? Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you buy your gear at the beginning.
Super objective. Like
Yeah, there's
That's
no
always
A
so
and B
fun to me.
side.
Like I miss Counter-Strike Go for that reason. Like I played a lot of that back in the day, and I just enjoyed buying my gear at the beginning of the round, deciding what I was gonna get. You know.
Yeah, it's literally that, except for like you have your characters are heroes or whatever the fuck you want to call them. So like they each have their own special abilities that you can use, and like so the guy that I like to use a lot or have been playing with since I started, you have like this bow and arrow you can pull out, and like you can check like a little mark, like you can press I want it to bounce once or bounce twice or just not bounce at all. It's like if you want to shoot it, and it shoots wherever you aim it, and then it'll bounce off the wall or go like wherever you need it to go. You have to aim it that way, and then it'll send off like a thing showing where
Sonar.
people are. Yeah, like sonar, like in that area.
oh,
So like you can help out the team with that, and then like when you get your ultimate, you get an arrow that shoots through the walls. So like if you build up your ultimate and then you go and you shoot that, and you can see like people
Shoot through the whole
you can
map.
shoot through the whole map to hit them
yeah.
or whatever,
Oh,
but
that's pretty cool.
not through the whole map because your sonar is not going to pick up that far away.
Oh.
But yeah, so like it's cool stuff like that, but you just have normal guns that you buy, like so like you get your SMGs or your pistol or fucking sniper, whatever you want to do, and it's Counter-Strike where it's just click, you're not like fucking worried about what's it called, fucking bullet drop and shit like that, because the areas are so much like
Oh yeah,
more
and it's
con-
also like instantaneous. On like it's not a lot of bullet damage or anything like that.
No.
No bullet sponges.
Yeah, there's no bullet sponges, and then it's just fun. And you got to plant a spike instead of a bomb. So like you're basically planting a bomb. One team defends, one team pushes to plant the bomb, and then you switch after like a certain amount of rounds. And then so it's really fun. I've been playing that a lot, and that's about it recently. So
Cool.
But anyways, yeah, so if you want to let us know what you've been playing, let us know in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Gamespeak podcast, and we'll talk with you about it there. We're going to jump on over to the topic of the show, which is our favorite Gamespeak
memories.
podcast. You got to throw in the podcast.
Oh,
because
yeah.
the Gamespeak's not, well, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, Gamespeak podcast memories. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is because we're gonna do a reboot.
Yeah.
We're rebooting.
Yeah, this is
In
like
case you didn't hear.
sadness. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is
Yeah, be
this is good.
sad.
Fun.
Happy beginnings.
Yeah. So let's hear it.
Like, well, so I mean, y'all are gonna have, y'all have got like what 2.5 years before I even came into the picture, so y'all have got a lot more.
Yeah, but
probably
let's
to-
go ahead and just
Y'all
talk
do-
about
y'all
that
start off.
because I think that's one of
That-
everybody's favorite memories is
Yeah.
Devin coming into the picture.
Yeah,
Guys,
You know what I
aw,
mean?
aw.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree
It's
that
been-
that's a historic Gamespeak.
Yeah. Whenever
moment,
we
you
added
know
a
what I-
third dude,
Yeah.
So-
a third
When
BFF,
we became the trio.
a
you know?
brand new BFF, the trifecta. Dude.
And
Yeah.
obviously, that's one of my big memories too, is coming onto the show, and it's almost. I was thinking about it. In October, it'll be 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
You started off as like a disembodied voice, like
Yes. Yeah,
off
yeah.
before we had a way to do 3 mics and like all
Well,
this
and
stuff.
how I initially came at it is I was going to be the Jamie, and so
Yeah.
that's why I was also just off camera for a while, for like probably like 6 months, I
yeah,
think.
just doing
of
tech
being-
stuff, dude.
And then my first time
Internship.
being on, I was being the intern, and my first time actually being like really a part of the show and on camera was when we did the video game awards.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh man.
that
yeah.
that's
I was
one
gonna
of
say,
my
that's
memories.
another memory right
Yeah,
there.
the video
We
game
gotta
awards,
talk-
and then getting like it was
Oh.
like 50-50 on the likes and dislikes. I'm talking we had like 100 likes and like 100 dislikes. Like people fucking like
a
were
lot of
at
hate,
war.
a lot of madness. Yeah.
But at
I
least we
like
were
to
getting
think
likes
they were
too.
mad about the things going on in the game awards. You know what I mean?
Let's
I'm
not.
hoping.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm hoping they just hated us.
Surely we didn't make
Right.
them that mad. You know?
I
I
guarantee
don't
you
give
it
a shit
wasn't.
if we did.
Yeah, honestly, I want to become the heel of YouTube. So like, whenever our new channel starts, Fuck it.
That way you can just start celebrity boxing everybody.
Yes, dude.
You know what I mean?
Look at how well it's worked out for Jake Paul. You know, like
Yeah.
Fuck
fuck it, dude.
We cannot stoop to that level.
I'm not gonna stoop
Oh,
to
I
his
can
level.
stoop to that level. Real shit, dude.
I'll fucking box Logan
If
Paul
I was
right
making
now, dude.
millions of dollars, I
Yeah.
would definitely stoop to that level.
Yeah,
Oh.
straight up, dude. But no, you know, the hate was funny, but like like I said, it was equally balanced. It wasn't just, it was a lot of hate, but it was also a lot of likes. So I was like, whatever. I was like, so we're gonna be like, you know, politically charged here. You know, we're just straight down the middle. It seems. But anyways, yeah, that was one of my favorites. as
I
well.
just genuinely enjoy doing those. Like, I like getting together and watching the thing. You know what I mean? It's
Making
just,
an event out of
it
it.
feels like an event. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. I always look forward to it whenever it's coming up. You know what I mean?
Same.
Remember our you know, like movie trailer reactions? We
Oh,
stopped doing
man.
those, dude.
Those were great.
Those were fun.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Those got a lot of
Some
response.
weird ass trailers too.
Yeah.
There's some weird movies.
Good times, man. We need to bring those back. But
We
anyways,
really do. Man, what about Chad's Corner? Do you remember
oh gosh, dude.
the what now is known as the,
The
People's
People's
Champ
Champ.
question? You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
all started from our good friend Chad.
Yeah,
you know what
our
I mean?
first believer, dude.
The first believer in Gamespeak podcast.
The first People's Champ.
yeah,
the first champion. Yeah.
and you know, the eternal first champion. He will always be the first champion, you know, that ever existed. So
Yeah.
he's got that, you know,
Shout out to you, Chad.
for sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
What's y'all's earliest best memory from the show?
Probably sitting in Jamel's car, fucking
Recording
on
it.
that shitty little thing you had back in the day. You know?
We literally went from like, we tried it one time. I was like, okay, we're gonna try this podcast thing for video games. I got this little like it was literally called a Zoom recorder, and it was like a little blue thing like that, and it was like $100 or so. And I just sat it in between us, and we just recorded like that, and then we put it up, and I was like, fuck this, I'm buying mics and shit. Like we just went all the way. I got the focus right, like all in one go, like one fell swoop. So yeah, that was a dope time. We were just like, we're just
Yeah.
gonna test it. It was fun as fuck. I like the E3 at the theater that we went. So we went and watched the PlayStation E3.
Oh
thing.
man, that was a good time, dude.
That was tight.
The PlayStation experience.
That's
you
what it
know?
was.
They gave us a $20 PlayStation gift card for that too, or
Yeah.
some shit. Like it was totally worth going, you know.
Oh,
And that
for
was the day, that was the year they announced Fortnite. I remember seeing the trailer for Fortnite in the theater and thinking, "Wow, that's probably going to be a big deal." I don't know what it was. I was like, and then it didn't end up being a big deal until they added the Battle Royale thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like we were like, oh, that game looks kind of lame, and then like Fortnite just became fucking Fortnite.
Dude, no, I was calling it then. I knew that game was going to be something big. Fucking, I don't know why, but it was just something about the fucking like look of it. You know what I mean?
It looked hype. Yeah, it looked like Plants vs Zombies to
It
me for
did.
some reason.
I thought it would be big with the kids, you know.
Yeah.
But it ended up just being big in general.
In general, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Battle Pass, revolutionizing shit.
Yeah. Man, you got to say, when we're talking about memories from GameSpeak podcast, we got to look back at all the great interviews. we've
Oh,
done
hell
over
yeah, dude.
time,
Yeah.
too,
David
you know?
Stanley,
Thomas Brush. you
Thomas
know what I
Brush,
mean?
who's now like a very popular YouTuber.
all the great people over at a Township Tale.
Township
you know what
Tale.
I mean?
Fucking Adventure Pals, like that was one I was really proud of. We got to interview
Oh,
the
yeah.
Adventure Pals guys. I still have that game on my Switch, and I see it on like Xbox pop up sometimes, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
yes.
see Pinstripe all the time. I'm like,
Pinstripe. Yeah, I
I
got.
see you, Mr. Brush.
Pinstripe's a great game too. I played through all of that, and then fucking David Stanley with Skull Attack.
Attack.
Our
yeah.
first Konami game interview, dude.
Wow, yeah.
That was tight. That and David Stanley's a #1 dude. Like he's still just out there fucking. Dude, that guy just fucking. Like I don't know. He's like a factory of creativity. Have you seen the shit he just posts? Like every day he'll just like post a drawing. He's like, oh, I just drew this up last night,
Yeah,
and it's
he's
like
crazy.
insane.
Smart, yeah. I mean, not smart, but like, I mean, yeah, he's smart, but like,
He's crazy stupid,
you know
but
what I
like,
mean?
just kidding. No.
He's smart in the way he draws. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. He comes up with the coolest stuff, and I love his cat too. Like the
Yeah.
cat with one eye.
Oh,
like he
yeah.
always draws. But like, anyways,
Mhm.
yeah.
Dude, one of mine is listening to the show before I came on to be a part of it.
What was
And,
that like?
Yeah.
So-
how is that?
Well, yeah, and I was, and this whole topic has got me thinking back on all of it. I don't even remember specifically how I found out about y'all because we've got a lot of the same friends in Huntsville.
Mhm.
So that's one way that we had things in common. But I think it was one of our mutual friends in Huntsville invited me to the group because they knew I was a big video game nerd and whatnot.
Oh,
And
on
I listened
Facebook.
to y'all for close to an entire year before when I really got involved with y'all and like started talking to y'all is whenever we organized that meetup at the
get-together,
arcade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that was tight.
That was a good time.
The
We need to do that
Gamespeak
again.
Meetup, yeah.
See,
Because then, like right before or right after that happened is when COVID set in,
struck.
and then because we were gonna try to make it like an annual thing, which we do want to bring the meetup back. We are gonna try to get that going
I think
and
we
do a
should
lot
do
more.
Dave and Buster's next time.
involved.
Or an escape room, dude.
Ooh.
Maybe we should do a escape room meetup, and
That'd
then
be
everybody's
cool.
That'd be
stuck with
dope.
us forever. No, I'm just kidding.
Except
no,
there's
I-
no escape.
It's just my apartment. We just lock the doors.
You just have escape room written on the door.
Fucking
It's a
locks
new
on
place,
it.
I promise.
But
yeah.
but no, I listened to y'all for a long while before reaching out to y'all, and then yeah, after the meetup and everything, we got more involved, and then I talked to y'all about coming on as like the tech and also researching guy, and then eventually just became integrated with the show.
That is crazy that you actually listened to us before, and like we didn't know you at all. Like I had no idea that like I like whenever you first reached out, I was like, "Who's Devin?" Like because you were from the same area or like in the area. You were
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from the Woodlands, right?
Well, I was in Huntsville for a long
or
time.
Madisonville
I was I went to high school in Madisonville, but then I was in Huntsville for like
for
7
college, right?
7 years going to college.
Yeah.
I was almost a career student.
Yeah, dude.
And so like we knew a lot of the same people from Huntsville, like Philip and Joaquin and all that, like or Phoenix, Philip and Phoenix and all them. Like
Joaquin Phoenix. I was like, who's
well, I
Joaquin?
don't know, yeah.
No, I
my
like
brain-
that though.
But yeah, Phoenix and all them, and then yeah, and then it was from me reaching out to y'all to get together because I like.
that was tight.
I wanted that to happen because I saw that we like all the interaction between everybody on the Facebook page and whatnot, and I was like, dude, we should, we're a bunch of fucking nerds. Let's get together and do something.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I think honestly we could do a bigger and have more people. Like once we do the reboot and we just really fucking clean up shit and like get a real focus on like getting the group all hyped up again. Like I think that's gonna be tight. I want to get as many people because I know Cody Goldsby would show up for sure. Like we got to get the gang, dude.
We
Just
could
get
definitely get the gang.
the game
yeah.
gang because like obviously we have people that can't show up like UK boys and like YouTube boys that like
And our buddies in Ohio.
yeah, our
and
buddies,
all over the place.
all the places. But we got to get the local area. But then we got to get it to where we can go to the UK.
I was about to say we need to do the
That'd be
UK
crazy.
meetup,
Dude, what
that
if we
would be
did a
sick.
UK meetup?
Gamespeak takes
Hey,
on the UK.
Speaking of the UK,
J-
another one of my favorite memories of all time from Gamespeak podcast was gotta be Jason
Jason
proposing to his
W.
wife on our show. Fucking,
Holy shit, dude! I forgot
I
we did that.
absolutely love that memory so much, and it just
Me
makes
too.
me happy as shit that we're like a part of his journey like that. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, and he's still a part of the journey. I still,
Yeah.
like we still see Jason posting and talking and stuff, man.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that does blow my mind. I think Jason's actually trying to get back into his YouTube stuff because that's how he originally found us. Like I remember he reached out to me on Instagram because he saw our stuff and he was like, "Hey, I'm doing like a video thing." He was like, or I was going to, but I guess like he stopped doing it or whatever. And he's like, "I like watching y'all stuff or whatever." And then so I think he might actually be trying to get back into it. We got to do a fucking like
Collaboration.
collabo,
Yeah,
dude.
That would be sick.
Hell yeah, man.
Get a little bit of that UK flavor going on over here.
Bit odd, isn't it? No, but then we got to do the
Stranger Things.
yeah. We got to get back on that Instagram and like making dumb videos, dude. That's what I'm excited for. We used to do a lot of like Instagram dumb videos and stuff like that. I loved all that shit.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
having a studio is going to change a lot because a lot of
Mhm.
the effort goes into just setting this stuff up and trying to make it look the same.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like,
Yeah,
but now that we're
absolutely.
gonna have a dedicated space,
We'll be
like,
themed.
oh man,
Dude, you know what's funny is the apartment complex I'm moving into it. Like, this is how popular podcasting has gotten. The apartment complex next to my complex, one of their like big selling
Features?
points
Yeah.
is a podcast room.
What?
the fuck?
Like, I guess like it's like in like, you know how like most places have like the little office area where it's like, come use our computer or whatever and whatnot. I guess this place just has like a little
like in their social area.
yeah,
they
there's
have
just a podcast room or like I don't know if
What
it's
if you like go to do your podcast and somebody else is podcasting in
Hey,
there?
Probably have
you
to
probably
rent
have to
the
just
room.
schedule.
throw hands, you know what I mean?
rent the room.
I think you have to,
Our podcast is better than your.
just like
Gamespeak time, motherfucker.
we run this town. Like it just
What would our colors be?
yeah, blue.
White, yeah, the white, blue, and the white and the logo.
Yeah, yeah.
We keep like fucking like brass knuckles that like have like a fucking controller like
In the shape of the like
Yeah,
Gamespeak
dude.
control.
I'm down. I'm
Yeah,
down.
that'd be
No,
sick.
but I just thought that was funny that that's a thing. So like I was like, damn, we should have just went to that apartment complex.
Yeah, man.
But
Fucking
it's
up.
alright. It's alright. We got our own studio now. But anyways, any other? One more for me was the video games based on Bible stories. I feel
Oh,
like that
yeah.
was a fun ass
That was
one.
a great episode, and it had a lot of views.
A lot of views, like for
Yeah.
some reason. I have no idea why that one specifically
It
just
was a good
spiked
topic.
the
you know?
fuck up.
And
Yeah.
I feel like we had some great answers.
Responsible
You know what I
parents
mean?
looking for games for biblical games.
Gosh,
for
they
their
came to the
children.
wrong place. Yeah, we were like
None of
cussing
the
and like did
suggestions
all
were-
this.
yeah.
We had some good suggestions. Like I did some research,
Me
dude,
too,
for
me
that
too.
one. Like
Yeah.
I went
So-
in.
So another one that I wrote down, I tried to think of like one of the times that we were just dying laughing, and it was one time that came to mind was when we read that article about the VR face haptics.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
The mouth haptics.
Yeah,
you
the
mean?
mouth
mouth
haptics.
haptics.
Yeah.
I've
God.
seen more about that since we laughed about that. I've seen other things about
Mm.
that since then.
On your
Oh,
incognito
God.
tab or what?
Oh, jeez.
Stuff I can't talk about.
Yes.
Uh,
No.
But anyways, yeah. So, anything else, boys? I feel like we
That's all I
covered
had
some
written
great
down,
memories.
Yeah.
So there's obviously more, but like
yeah,
I feel like
but
those
you can
were the
always go
greats.
back to our last 270 episodes and
Holy shit.
relive those for yourself.
For sure,
The
dude.
question is, when we reboot, are we starting at episode 1?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
like we're gonna start
shit.
episode 1. Obviously we can stay on the same like podcast feed. Like it'll still go to Gamespeak, but I feel like we should like just completely change the logo, like everything. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big, boys. I'm working on it. I'm
I
thinking
like
of
this.
things.
We should have a ceremonial video on YouTube where we just burn our old personas.
We just burned my old apartment.
Just gasoline
It's
through
like,
it.
what are you fucking doing?
It's symbolic.
FBI just subscribed.
Go to Yeah, I'm not actually gonna do that. So, just so you guys know out there, FBI.
Canceled
But-
before
Just
even
in
rebooting.
case your house burns down.
Yeah, twice. Anyways, so let's move on over to the People's Champ. Brent, I know we got some questions this week.
Yes, we got some questions, and we also have some memories.
We
from-
also have some answers.
from you, the viewers. You know what I mean?
For sure. For sure.
Let's see. We got Aaron Jones here. I think I'm gonna make him the champ because it's the question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He says, "What's your favorite thing one of you have said on the podcast?" And then he posted a picture of a shirt with me saying, "I don't say it right, but I eat it right." With a corn.
I
Wait.
mean, that's up there. That was a good laugh.
That was a
too.
good one.
When he was trying to say elotes.
It's definitely not
A
my
Lotes,
favorite.
I don't say it right, but I
But
sure do
yeah,
eat it
he's like,
right.
I don't
You
know how
know?
to say it right.
Even
but
now,
eat
I
it
couldn't
right.
have said it right. Like I was waiting for one of you guys to say it so I could remember how to say it. I don't remember, you know. It's just one of those things that just constantly escape my brain, and I'm not proud of that, you know. So it's definitely not my
Why are
favorite
you not
thing.
proud of that? That was the funniest
It was
fucking
great.
shit
It's
ever.
hilarious.
You
It's,
played it off with the saying. Like if you wouldn't have said the saying, then yeah.
wouldn't have been
maybe
a
it wouldn't
memorable-
have been as memorable.
wouldn't have
but
been
like
memorable.
you came back. You're like, yeah, I don't know how to say
You
it.
gotta bounce back.
You're like,
you
look,
know?
I don't say it right, but I eat it right.
Yeah, and imagine that, like that shirt without the corn on it, like just that saying, and the Brent's face would you probably get arrested.
Yeah,
But-
definitely. Even
But-
with the corn, it's very suggestive. You know what I mean?
So-
What up, viewer?
Yeah, it doesn't tell us who
Doesn't
you
say
are.
Your name, but what up, homie?
I'll see who it is. It's Finley. Can't be stopped.
Brad, what
Brad.
up, Brad?
Okay, so
something else. What, let's try. We gotta think of a moment for me and you now.
okay. Well, I was gonna say Brent's. Put that bitch on stilts.
That just happened.
Yeah, I know, but it's already
It's
it's already classic.
Instant classic.
Yeah, I honestly I don't think I've ever said anything iconic, but Devin, have you said something
There's
iconic?
nothing that really comes to mind. No,
Brent's
but
the guy who comes up with the iconic quotes. That's just like
That's
his.
like my only role in the group. I just say iconic shit.
I just that right there. I just say iconic shit. Like that's a shirt right there. Like it would sell in J.C. Penney's back in like 2007.
Definitely.
But it could.
Man, whatever happened to those shirts? They don't make these shitty shirts anymore. Like what?
Because nobody bought them.
No, people did buy
Oh,
them.
yeah.
They just died out. Like people got over it, but now they could bring it back as like a ironic, nostalgic thing.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Talking
you
about like
know?
all the shirts where there's just like weird quotes on it.
I'd buy
Yeah,
a vote
it's
for
like-
Pedro shirt right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's talking about the shirts where it's like what the fuck? I can't even think of any now. But like
Something
There were lots of them back in the
so
day.
many.
like-
It was like gamer or like just random shit. Like it, but
Yeah.
it would be like a pun on it or something. So just some dumb shit.
So
Yeah.
dumb shit like I don't know karate, but I know crazy. Just random
Yeah,
shit like that. Yeah.
It's like I'm the guy your mom warned you about. Like dumb shit like that. Like people would just wear that.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
why though? But
like really bad Facebook posts.
yes.
Yeah.
but on shirts.
That's where it went. Was
Yeah.
to Facebook.
That's exactly where it went. People got it out of their system on social media.
They became memes.
All right.
So they're at Ross.
There.
Yeah, I guess we just need to dress for less, you know?
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh.
Just for less. Anyways, let's move on to the listen to questions. What do we got?
Okay, we don't have any more questions, but we have some more great memories from our viewers.
I like that.
Dylan says, didn't realize what the show needed was a third host. Devin came in and was able to help add a separate perspective to everything. Making this podcast as two childhood BFFs is a great idea, until eventually it became a game of, remember that one time? Sometimes the tiebreaker, sometimes the odd man out, and sometimes the sole voice of reason. But now, an integral
just
part of
kidding.
the show. The three-man dynamic really made a huge difference. And I agree.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Thank you.
Dylan
Thank you for
could
those
have said it
kind
better
words,
than
Dylan.
anybody, yeah.
My
Damn.
heart. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel so appreciated because
Yeah,
you guys don't do it. No.
Look, man, it's like we've been in this long relationship, you know. Like I'm not holding the door open for
Dude,
you.
I,
anymore.
yeah,
No, I'm
like,
just kidding.
like what we were talking about earlier. Like it's so crazy to think that it's almost 2 years now.
Yep. 2
Damn,
years.
Yeah, wow.
Time
Uh,
has flown by.
Which, by the
For
way,
real.
we do have some questions from last week that we missed from Alan Pino.
Oh, man. Yeah, he
Yeah.
might have had a champion chance. Let me share one more memory with Brian, and
Okay.
then I will let you go on with those.
Yeah, for sure.
Brian says, remember that time you had a whole show about what anime you liked and whatnot? Think it's time to do a part 2 and add in all that new stuff you've watched. Cough, cough, HXH.
Oh, dude, I hadn't even seen Hunter x Hunter at that point.
I know, right? What? How
It's like I wasn't
naive we
alive
were,
or
yeah.
anything. Like I was like, actually, it was before I was born. You know, like at that point.
How foolish I feel that we talked about the best animes,
Oh, dude.
and yet we had no idea
Still haven't watched.
about the best anime. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
the best anime and best animes. I hadn't seen fucking Steins Gate. I hadn't seen fucking what's it called? With the hand.
Parasite.
Parasite.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I hadn't
You've seen some
shit.
great animes since then.
Sounds
yeah,
like we definitely need to revisit this topic.
definitely.
Was I even here for that?
No, you
Oh,
weren't. no.
yeah,
This was like our first like double topic we ever did, where we were like, we're gonna do a topic that's not video game related. But
Oh,
we're definitely
yeah.
gonna bring that shit back.
The double topics. I forgot about that.
That was also a Chad creation.
Wow.
Double
Because he was
Man.
like, I want to know more about other stuff besides like games.
Chad had so much pull on the show back in the day. I miss it.
He did,
I
dude.
miss you,
He
Chad.
still does.
Yeah, you still do.
You're still our Chad.
Come back,
No.
Chad.
Okay, so and like this whole time we're just talking about like the Giga Chad like meme, like just like. Anyways, Alan Pino says, "What is a game that you couldn't get into at first, then later loved?" Ooh, there's a lot of games like that for me, where I'm just like a natural born hater or like pessimist. So like I'll start a game, and if it doesn't instantly draw me in, I'll be like, "Man, this game fucking sucks," and then I'll go away. But then like 2 years later, I'll just be in the mood to try it out, and then I'll just get sucked in, and I'm like, "I was wrong. You have proved me right."
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot.
Me too. I'm having a hard time thinking of like a good example right now, but I can definitely tell you that has happened to me several times.
One specifically for me would probably be.
Ooh, I got one. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I played it for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, eh. And then I came back later and got just fucking sucked into it. I played it forever. Like.
I remember that. I remember you not liking it when you first played it, and then like going back to it.
There's
Or,
something
like-
that I recently played, and like I tried it a long time ago, and then went back to it and was like, "Holy fuck!" I can't-
No
it's
Man's
just-
Sky.
Well, does that count though? Because it's a completely different game now.
I guess. I mean,
that was
I
definitely
think
one.
it
Yeah.
counts, yeah.
I mean, I played it. I didn't play it near as much as I put it in just recently. So yeah, that's definitely one that I went back to and got super sucked into.
I would say probably Breath of the Wild, because I played Breath of the Wild for like 3 to 4 hours when I first got it, and just stopped. I was like, this game is just not for me. It's not the game.
That's how I
You
was.
know, yeah. But remember when COVID hit and we went into the lockdown, I was like, fuck it, I might as well just try. I got nothing else to do. I dropped 110 hours into that game, and like. It was amazing. I loved
so
every
many
bit of
people
it.
put it at the top of their list of like best games of all time. Like I've seen just countless people have it on their top 10 list. So then there must be something there that I'm just not getting. You know what I mean? But like
before Elden Ring, it was Elden Ring. It was like the less fun Elden Ring. Like it's not that it was less fun. It was less
Filled out.
It filled out. Yeah, like it had potential. Like, and the game came out like on the Wii U. So, like, you know, it came way before Elden Ring and did a lot of what Elden Ring does. You know, like, it doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't tell you where shit is. Like, you just kind of go through it, and you can do it at your own pace. Like, you can run straight to the final boss if you want to from, like, the moment you turn the game on. But, like, it's not, you know, the best idea. But you could. And, like, but, yeah, the game's wonderful. But I initially did not like it. But now it's, like, one of my favorite games. Elden Ring obviously dethroned it for me, so just because it's a deeper, more expansive version of it. But anyways, and then we got from Alan Pino, you guys were right the first time. My last name is pronounced P. No. Okay, so that was the question. Sweet. Okay.
Good to know.
Good to know. And then he says, are you guys guilty spending a lot of time on free-to-play games and avoiding the paywall? Also, what is the most you've spent on microtransactions?
Whoa.
oh man.
Okay, so it wasn't a free-to-play game then, but it is now. Probably the most I've spent on microtransactions is in Rocket League.
Really?
Yeah.
How much did you spend on it?
I mean, not a whole lot. I make it sound like it was a lot, but I mean, probably like 40, 50 bucks.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Over time, though. Because I collected a lot in it. Like, because there were skins that you could trade, like, an in-game currency for and stuff between players. And I like to collect, like, the really rare skins, like the black market decals that they call it.
Yeah. I don't play very many games with microtransactions, but except for now I'm playing Duel Link, and I don't plan on spending any money. I'm just going to get the gems. I'm going to do what I have to do to get the gems. But the one game that I did play a lot of that had microtransactions and I actually spent money on was Pokemon Go. Like, for Pokeballs, I probably spent around like $30 on Pokeballs
Wow.
when it first came out, because it was like a lot harder to come by. Like
Not in Huntsville. When
I
Pokemon Go first launched in Huntsville, there were so many stops in Huntsville for some reason because somebody geocached all of Huntsville like really early. Like Huntsville was really early in the game on geocaching for some reason.
It must have been where I lived or something when I was in Huntsville, but there was nowhere near me that had like Pokestops. I don't even think I lived in Huntsville when it first dropped. I think I was already in Conroe. But I remember it was hard for me to get Pokestops, so I would just pay for it. Like I would just literally just drop 99 cents here and there, and then eventually I realized I had spent like $30 or $40 on Pokeballs. It's all good, no worries.
Shit.
But
Sorry if that was me.
no, you're
Nah.
good. Anyways, but yes,
Man, I gotta say, I'm proud to say that I've basically, I think the only microtransactions I've ever purchased have been like a battle pass for Fortnite.
I was
You
said, does
know what
Call
I
of
mean?
Duty Battle Pass?
yeah, it
count?
does because I have spent $20 on Warzone, like $10 for my first battle pass, but then I accidentally spent the credits that I earned from like the third battle pass, like on something that I don't even know what I bought. Like it was on accident somehow, like a skin or something. So I couldn't use my points that I had earned to just get the next battle pass. So I had to buy it again. So
Yeah, that's what happened with me for Fortnite, because way back in the day, Matt wanted me to play Fortnite with him, so he bought me a battle pass, and then I kept earning the coins to buy the next battle pass, but then it came a month where I didn't play enough or something, and I was like 200 or 300 coins short.
Damn.
So I bought the whatever I needed extra to get that battle pass. But that's like the only time I've ever spent money on a free-to-play game. But it's
Yeah.
weird because I'm so against spending money on free-to-play games, but I'll sit there and buy fucking DLC for games all day. You know
DLC
what I
is
mean?
different though. I feel like microtransactions typically don't have an effect on the game itself.
Yeah.
Or add to it in any significant
Yeah.
way. It's more
I
just
love
Unless
a
you need
DLC,
Pokeballs.
you know what I
flashy.
mean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Saves you time. It's convenience. But anyways, thanks, Alan P. No, I'm just now I know how to say it. But yeah, so those were some great questions, everybody. We really appreciate it, and that's it for today's show. So remember, you've been listening to Gamespeak Podcast, courtesy of GamespeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms. But you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GamespeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the Gamespeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GamespeakPodcast like Alan Pino did. Check out our video content on youtube.com/CreateForSanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle AlJafferJamel and Brent at Brent Has One. That's the number one. And Devondrius. And check out the Gamespeak